That's what this good old boy's gonna go out working on. Working on, coming to Jesus, kicking a bottle, wrestling with our roots, trying to turn off mama's tears and fill our daddy's boots, shutting up our pride, fixing bridges we burned, learning how to live and learn, keeping our demons down and our trucks up and running, loving them angels sitting pretty in the middle of them, fighting with the man in the mirror till we gone. Yeah, that's what all those good old boys gonna go out working on. Gonna go out working on.
Hey, good morning, Wayne, Amigo, and Sheila. We're ready for another great show. So let's hit it.
Don't know where unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of two distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. How can the devil take a brother if he's close to me? I let it go back to when we played as kids, but then changed. And that's the way it is. Come on. That's just the way.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Wayne Campbell.
And I'm Sheila Campbell.
And this is your morning drive with the driver's side. Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good.
It's throwback. Look, I'm good. It's throwback Thursday. That's why she said get it. It's her favorite day of the week.
It is.
And
it is besides Friday. It really is.
It's my favorite day too because you know we get to reflect on heritage. We get to reflect on the history of trucking.
Yeah.
I like today's topic that we're going to do today.
Yeah.
So it should be a great show. It is going to be a great show. Not should be. It will be a great show. But before we get things kicked off today, I want to say thank you to you guys. I want to say thank you because it's been a rough week for me. But every one of you, every viewer, every friend has called, checked on me, and has just picked me right up and hauled me right off into being positive again and feeling good again. And I want to thank you for that. From Kim Grimm to John Jakes, Daryl Martin, Drea, Della, Charles, the list goes on and on and on and on. Yeah. And it's the brother and sisterhood, straight up. That's the only thing that I can actually be responsible for. That is the brother and sisterhood. So thank you. We got a packed show today. I'm going to slow down because I tend to get so far ahead of us that she's like, dude, where are you? You want to slow down? You know, you see that I do all this work and Wayne did, this goes right out the window. And that's not fair to her. All right. So we're going to get to good mornings here over in the comments. What else? What do we got today, Sheila? What do we got going on?
Well, we've got our trucking news like we do. We've got weather. We've got some national news. And then we have our Throwback Thursday topic, which today is going to be the history of hood ornaments. Well,
before we get to today, let's talk a little bit about yesterday and a little bit about this week, because I know that there's been some good things that are happening in this industry. We're heading and just I know there's a lot going on in this country.
Yeah.
But it's time for that swing. It's time for that switch, that next gear into positivity. I'm not look, as far as that goes when we get to national news today, I'm just going to say this when it comes to what's going on. I've hauled mail for a living. This is my jacket that the company gave me that I worked for. So we'll talk about that in national news here in a little bit and what's going on in your country. But what I want to say is try to pick somebody up today. Try to lift somebody up today. Try to be positive in some way, shape, or form, because it's not easy. And I know that I was stuck in that rut. Or I was trying to go into that rut, trying to have my little pity parties and stuff like that. But these drivers and my wife are like, not going to happen. You have a show to hold. You have a show to show up for every day. These drivers show up out on the highways every day, no matter how they feel. You know, they get out there and they get the job done safely. So with that being said, I want to talk a little bit about this week, about the things that have happened on the driver's side, the people that we've met and organizations that we really want to highlight, like Truckers Final Mile, guys. You know, Kim Grimm over at 10-4 Magazine wrote an article about this auction that's going on with Truckers Final Mile. So, guys, we are going to promote this as much as possible, and we're also, I believe, we're going to take part in it. So, I'm talking to some drivers. My uncle had passed away this week. Somebody was talking about flowers and stuff like that. And I said, no flowers. No, My family is not the flower family.
Right.
My mother, especially my mother and her little brother, no, put that money to use.
Yeah.
Put that money to use. You can buy me $1, whatever, but the rest of that money, put it somewhere where it can be useful. So I don't know. To the people that were thinking about doing that, I'd rather take that money and put it towards the auction.
Let's bid.
And let's bid on something.
Let's bid on a picture.
That's where I'm at with that. And if you want, where can they? What's going on with that, Sheila? You know a little bit more about that auction and what's going on there.
Right. And speaking of that bidding, guys, it's important to know too that all of the proceeds from this auction are going to go directly to Truckers Final Mile. So with that being said, you still have time. If you have a picture that you would like to submit for people to bid on, you have until November 13th at 6 p.m. Eastern Central Time to go ahead and do so. The auction is going to be November 14th through November 21st. Okay. And that the bidding is going to be taking place on a Facebook group that is called Truckers Final Mile Photo Auction. Okay. I invited a bunch of you guys to join that group. If you haven't already joined, please go over there and join, because that is actually where the auction is going to be taking through those days. They've got some great pictures that are already up right now, so you can kind of see what's going on and what's being bidded on. It's not all just trucks. Some of them are incredible scenery pictures. So it's kind of just diverse pictures that are going on. And like I said, all proceeds are going to go to Truckers Final Mile.
Right. And Truckers Final Mile, if you're not aware of what Truckers Final Mile is, it's helped. They have many things under their umbrella over there.
Yeah.
But the one thing that they do is get drivers home that pass away out on the road. And they help families and they assist families in that process, not just with getting them home, but with also counseling, support, just the road. It's an amazing organization.
Yes.
So go over, check it out. Let us, share their content. It's that simple. That's how you can be part of it. Right. Just by sharing the content or submitting a picture to be sold. Comment. We'll be talking about more this week. We'll get some people on next week, and we'll hopefully cover that even more.
Right.
If not, go back and check out the episode on Tuesday where we had Robert Palm on.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, we're going to get to good mornings. I see all you guys over there in the comments. It's that time of the morning for us to take a quick break, our first break, and then get over to the comments and talk to you guys. I don't know why we want to talk to you, but you know.
Oh, you stop.
What?
Behave yourself.
I don't have to.
Hi. Hi. Good morning.
And before we go over to your comments, guys, remember, Trucks with Room to Spare is a nonprofit organization that helps haul goods into natural disaster hit areas. So if you want to feel good in your career today, get with Trucks with Room to Spare. Just go over there, share their content, or if you feel like you can be part of something and you have room on your truck, get with Shelly Conway, drop a message over there, and let them know that you're able to help them out. It's a great place to feel good in your career today. And that's Trucks with Room to Spare. So let's head over to good mornings in your comments. I'm just feeling a little frisky right now.
You are a little frisky right
Come
now.
on.
We've got some great.
Come on, let's go.
What?
We got a show to do. Never mind.
Yeah,
Right.
Really?
All right, good morning. So we get the
It's
good
because
morning.
the new do.
Yeah, you're looking hot. Oh, we got haircuts.
Yeah, we did get
Thank you, Tana. We love you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to good mornings. It's enough playing with you. I got these guys over here. Cindy, Flo, John Hall, Kelly, Lonnie, Edward, Bob, Rooster. Did you see a video? That car hauler was Chaz. That's this car hauler right here. Mr. Rooster himself, my boy, Justin Pomerantz. Good morning, my friends and Facebook family. How y'all doing today? Is another day alive is going to be a good day, I'd say.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Robert Pennington, how are you? Ellie, Keith Becker, Phil Tristan, Kevin Conrad, a new driver right there, new to the industry, I want to say. That's the new driver. New to the industry, right on. We got from vets to newbies. Get it. Good morning, Alika, Drea, Chris Constantine, my brother, and our spiritual leader right there, Mr. Daryl Martin, Justin Williams, Charles Johnson. Man, okay, we're good. I think we got everybody. Donna, no, Mike, Terrence, Mark.
Good morning,
my
everybody.
God, Brittany. Yeah. JT Perkins, man, all these new names. My God, you guys, thank you so much. And Rick Kale.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. We were supposed to have a guest this morning.
Yeah.
Service, it's not letting it happen. Yeah. But I want to show you guys something. It's tied in with today's topic, which is Throwback Thursday. Rick Hale was going to stop by. He actually drives this right here.
Yeah.
That's Rick's truck right there. And this is also in his family. is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to stop right there. But Rick Hale, this gentleman right here himself was going to. He was here this morning. Sorry, Rick. I'm sorry that things didn't work out as far as connection.
We're excited. We're excited to get
They're
him.
working drivers, bro.
I know, and he actually pulled over and took the time to join us today, and we are super excited to have him. Just the connection between his connection and our connection just wasn't good. And and that's the thing, is that we want you guys on, but we also want you guys, your voices to be heard. So sometimes if the connection is not great, we have to reschedule, and don't take it personal, because we're so excited to have you guys on and join us, but we have to make that call. So Rick, we apologize, but we will get you on because we want you to come on and join us.
It really sucks. It frustrates me. It frustrates me to no end, because it's important. It's important that this starts to come together.
Right.
And it is coming together.
It is.
But I need people to understand that I think I get a little more pissed off than they do. I seem to get more upset than they do. And my reason why I'm upset is because they took the time out, and their time is valuable. And it's like, oh my God, I just totally failed them. But I don't think that's the case. I think that I'm taking it too seriously, opposed to our guests. What do you think?
Yeah, I know, babe. And you know what? And I know. And I think you do too. Yeah. Okay.
What?
Anyway, stuff just happens. Sometimes you do get a little more upset than it needs to be as far as that. But, we have to understand, and either we can put crappy quality out there and bring you on where it's freezing and there's echoing and we can't hear you, which then he gets even more upset about. And we've all seen it live. Or we reschedule.
What are you trying to say?
And that's what we do.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah. So
what are you trying to say?
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying good morning to you.
That I can't handle that. That I can't control my temper. And I get frustrated. I can't control my emotions and my feelings. All right, bro. It's Throwback Thursday. All that stuff. Oh God. I can't control my feelings. See, I get mad at you right now for being so happy. Stop it.
Move along.
Get it. All right, so we got trucking news this morning. Should we jump into that? We're at 15 at the hour. We're at the top. We're at the quarter mark. Mm-hmm. So quick break, and then we'll come back and do news.
Come back and do news.
All right. Well, let me find something to play. Here we go. Now to your trucking news.
All right.
How good was that?
So in the trucking news, guys, there is a reason why we have on the ticker, okay, still for these phone numbers, okay? So we're just going to get this out of the way. Not out of the way. I don't mean like as far as that.
No, it's hard to talk about, okay?
Correct.
This is reality. This is life, and it's life in your truck stops.
Correct. Yesterday, we were talking about that there could possibly be problems within marriages for drivers that are out there together driving in situations, mental health situations.
The well-being of a driver in a whole.
Correct. Okay.
From mental health to home life. Sorry, to home life, the whole nine. Sorry, Sheila, go ahead.
And so we had the ticker that has down here with the suicide prevention hotline number, as well as the mental health helpline number. It is very, very important that, guys, if you are going through anything and you need help, please know that there is help available. Okay. Do not let your pride or anything else get in the way of it.
Please.
If you need help, please call. So in our trucking news, a driver, this is why it's going to be on here. A driver was saved on Tuesday, November 3rd. At the Pilot in Box Elder, South Dakota. A 28-year-old driver was found unconscious, blue, and unresponsive in his truck. Authorities realized it was an opioid overdose and gave 2 doses of naloxone. After the second dose, the driver's color returned and he began breathing again. Shortly thereafter, he became combative, was restrained, and transported to a hospital. Okay, so guys, this was an opioid overdose. They recognized it. They were able to revive him and get him after the second dose. Prayers to that driver there that he is okay. He was transported to a hospital. But for any reason, for whatever reason that there is, if you are struggling with any kind of addiction or mental health crisis, or you're feeling suicidal, there is help, okay? The numbers are down here. We're going to leave those numbers down on the ticker throughout the entire show for you guys to see. If that is not something in yours, you can always call us here. You can go onto our page. Our phone number is on there. Reach out to any one of these drivers that you see on here. There's always someone to call and talk to. Please reach out.
Here's the deal. We always have the time to bitch at somebody and have a problem with somebody. Take the time out to check on somebody, please, today. Okay.
Right.
I'm a recovering addict. I've been out on that road. It's been lonely. I've had addiction out on that road. I've abused out on that road.
Right.
So my point being is check on somebody out on that road.
Right.
Okay. And it's just as simple as hey, driver, you all right, bro? What's going on? How's that company treating you?
Right.
It's just small talk.
Right.
Make them feel appreciated. Okay.
Right.
And this is the heartbeat of America, Sheila. It's sad that I hear this. Okay. And go ahead. But what I want this, and I'm going to put it in this form of a message. They're your brothers and they're your sisters.
Yeah.
Just because you don't like them, we always have that one that's just the misfit.
Right.
That was me. Bug him. Make sure that he's just doing okay.
Right.
Regardless. Don't have to like him, but you have to love him because you share the same road with them. Just saying. Go ahead, Sheila.
No, and I was just gonna reiterate the same thing. It does. I was gonna reiterate the same thing as you, and that for you other drivers that may, you're not going through this, but we could tell from people's body language and their facial expressions that if they're down, even at while they're fueling or anything else, and you see that look in their face or maybe their posture that looks like they're having a bad day, just reach out to them, and you don't have to touch them or anything else. Just, hey, brother, you okay? Everything good? Have a good day. Just reach out and kind of make sure that they're okay.
It's as simple. Chad Rooster right here can call anytime, and I have been calling him. Daryl Martin,
and he's awesome. He does videos all the time.
Right, all
about
these people,
hug a brother, love a brother.
Right, all these people right
and
here that I pull up like Daryl Martin. I'm talking to on a regular. These people are lifting me up, and they want to do it for other people too. Right. Daryl Martin does. So you're right, Sheila. But yeah, if you see that driver looking down at the ground, walking back to his truck, and he's walking that whole parking lot, just shout out, make him lift his head up for some reason. Make him lift it up.
Right.
That's picking a driver up right there.
It might just make their day.
All right, what else we got in the news, Sheila? And it's important, guys. And to Drea and her friend and her family and the people that are struggling with addiction, just pray. Don't give up.
Right.
Don't give up on them, but don't enable them either.
Right.
Okay? Tough love is what my mother did with me. And unfortunately, I didn't learn until I lost her. So I'm just saying that. But I'm coming up on my 2 year. I'm coming up on my 2 year. She's got 5. No, 6, 7.
7.
Seven.
Ooh, 7.
Almost got 7. So, oh, look, Mike McPherson, Sheila. I see him down there.
Good morning, Mike.
Let's finish up the news. Then we'll go back over to comments, and then we'll get to topic.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're at the 20 after the hour.
Right. Okay. And part of the reason, and we will get Rick Kale on here, because he was actually going to be how it kind of works in with the next part of the trucking news. So.
And Kelly Shane Richardson is offering his number right here, guys. He's available 24 hours a day. And he's not just available for help. If you need advice in your career for heavy hauling, right here. Mike McPherson's a heavy hauler. Send him a private message.
Yeah.
Dennis, he's called me. Okay, these are all people that are willing to help people. So I cannot let these go by. Their Daryl Martin phone number. All right. And just go over to the comments, guys, if you need anything from anybody. Sorry, go ahead.
And I was just thinking with all these, because these guys are always great about putting their phone number out there that you can call anytime, that maybe I'm going to try to do on the page. Available phone numbers of people that
we'll have to do a contact list
and reach out.
It's funny because
they're all your fellow brother and sisters.
Right. We used to do that at companies.
Right.
A good driver, a good trainer. Like when I went to the oil field,
right.
That trainer, Robert, I remember him, great friend, great brother. He handed me a list of top tier drivers that were willing to take a call at any time if you were ever thought you were in a bind, not just for help, but for your career.
Right. And I think by doing that too, it's going to be easier instead of having to try to dig through comments or anything else.
Definitely.
So I'm going to get that worked on today. Hopefully I'll have all that up today or for sure by the weekend. Okay. We are going through crazy times right now, and and there's a lot going on. We've got, in the trucking news, we've got, the COVID's going around and a lot of states are starting to shut things down or implementing rules because of the cases that are increasing in a lot of the states around right now. So that's going around. But
real quick though, also women. Okay,
That's right,
I
sisters.
named a lot of women. Okay, sisters, I know, but there's Ellie. She
Yeah.
put her number up. Okay.
Thanks, Ellie.
All right, thank
Absolutely.
you, Ellie. And there's Alika. Okay. All
Yes.
right.
You
All
guys
right.
are great.
All right. We're good.
We have
All right.
great people.
All right. Let's carry the show on because we'll be over there with them all day.
Okay, so with the COVID still around and increasing in several states, truck stops are trying to make it easier for you drivers.
Hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is
Easier?
a little easier for
Ooh.
you drivers, especially during these times. Facilities are making sure that everyone is adhering to best practice guidelines, updating and expanding the use of mobile apps, and offering more grab and go foods. Okay, so over at the Pilot Flying J's, on their app, drivers can book a shower, reserve parking, conduct mobile fueling, redeem loyalty points and offers, and access receipts, all just from their mobile app, meaning that you don't have to go in. For over the road for owner operators, they've introduced the Axle Fuel Card with rewards and flexible credit solutions for fleets of all sizes, plus other perks for using their credit card as well. So you guys can always check that out. But they're trying to get everything into an app so that you can do your fueling and receipts and you book your showers and everything without having to go inside and wait or tell or anything else. You'll get a notification and stuff. So they're just trying to make it easier.
Well,
as far as that.
So I'm hearing convenience. Okay, is
Right.
what I'm starting. Well, is one thing that's not convenient. If truck drivers have is convenience. Okay,
Right.
they're always treated just a little bit different.
Right.
Okay, but just in this world alone, not just in trucking, but in the world, we used to have a guy for that.
Right.
My dad always had a guy for that.
Yeah.
It seems like we used to have a guy for that, but now we have an app for that.
That's true.
So I'm curious what these drivers are using, what apps are actually performing the best, and what's actually helping the driver out and assisting the driver.
Right.
Because all these companies from Daimler, from building trucks to trucks out on the road to assisting the driver to apps assisting the driver. Point being is there's a lot of things available to drivers today,
Right.
and a lot of it is a little bait and switch. It's like a clickbait type of deal. They get in, they just take information. It's just nothing but advertisements all day long, and it doesn't help the
Right.
driver
Which I'm
at
sure
all.
there's going to be advertisements on there.
And
It's
I
a
understand
business, you know that.
I understand that, but let's get it from the drivers.
Right.
These guys have phones full of apps, and we're going to find out what they're using.
Right.
Period. I know that I've interviewed drivers throughout this industry, throughout across the country, about apps, so I have a little bit of insight on what some of these drivers are using and what some of these drivers are loving and liking.
Right.
So, but it has to come. Here's the beauty of this: the companies that are out here and that come into this industry and try to sell something to the driver. The one thing that companies don't do in this industry is get the trust of the driver first. I'll say this: you think you're going to sell something to these drivers? You're not. You're really not. You're going to have to get the trust of these drivers. You really, that's where this starts, because there's a core, and that's the brother and sisterhood, and they know a shyster when they see a shyster. Just saying. Just saying. But real quick, over at the comments, Mike Garvey is a new driver to the industry. He says, that's awesome, Sheila. Going to go into this new job, I will definitely save the numbers. Awesome. Thanks, Mike. You are actually the most important to this industry. A new driver to this industry is the most important driver in this industry. On top of the veteran, don't get all hurt veterans. But you guys, that gift you have to give away has to go to the new driver. So you have to give it somewhere. So they're the important one.
Yeah.
All right. So keep on trucking, Mike Garvey. What else we got, Sheila?
Right. And these guys, well, I was going to finish because I have TA. He stopped at the Pilot, and I was like, okay, I would like to finish what the others are
TA,
doing.
well, Daddy
Yes.
always said TA meant.
Yeah, okay. That's not what we're talking about. Goodness. Okay.
Sorry. Get it.
Okay, so at the TA, soon you'll be able to redeem Ultra One loyalty points through the Truck Smart app for meals in restaurants, merchandise, and food in travel stores. So basically, you're going to be able to redeem those points to use within everything in there, which is good. No longer have to stop at kiosks to print certificates before checkout. You can convert points to currency down to the penny. Okay, so they have an app for that. Another perk for Ultra One members is we'll be able to initiate use of fuel pump using their app. Can select fueling location and check lane availability right from that app. So that's good. You can just initiate it and roll up and fuel. At the Iowa 80, the Iowa 80 kitchen is plenty big. So what they're saying is that even with the restrictions that are going on, even with the social distancing, their restaurant is open. You're going to be able to still go in and get a hot meal in there if you'd like. That their restaurant is big enough to accommodate for no matter if it's 50%, 25% or anything as far as that, you're more than able to go in there and get some food. And they're going to be ramping up on more of the grab and go orders as well. And all of the stores, it says that all the truck stops have been stocking up and ready to accommodate drivers that may need winter equipment and supplies, as well as adding other winter foods and drinks on their menus, you know, like the stews and the hot stuff and the little warm feel good stuff. Plus, a lot of drivers' lounges have reopened as well that have the practice.
Here's
so it has a nice warm
fuzzy,
little,
yeah, okay.
little fireplace in
Where,
there,
in the
whatever.
driver's lounge?
Well, that's what they're saying. So
Really?
Well,
You get more. All right, just put your boots on before you go in, because it gets thick in there. Just saying. And it's
Anyways.
not. I'm not talking about the stew.
You know what? Okay, here's my thing, and it's probably not all these great woo kind of a things as far as that they're offering, but like I always say, it's a baby step, and even if it's a baby step, it is something better, and it's something that's going positive and forward, and that's all we want, even if it is little baby steps.
You know, I appreciate you, Sheila, but I appreciate the fact that okay, regardless, let's start looking at the side that they're trying to put some things in place for you drivers. Okay, what I'm going to say here is we're going through whatever we're going through. Okay,
Yeah.
But the one thing I want drivers to realize is you're connected to everything, absolutely everything.
Right.
A driver sees everything. Literally everything. So I've made connections in areas of the industry where some people don't realize that I have connections. Like, where are all these contaminated drivers at? Where are these contaminated? Well, I found them. Okay, and I found a gentleman that's hauling these tour buses that, you know, with all these people in it, and they're getting sealed up and they're getting shut down right there, and drivers are having to come in and tow them, and take them. Okay, I'm hearing about morgues being dropped in places, portable morgues, because refrigeration trailers aren't everywhere. Well, I know how everybody feels. Okay, we're torn here. The one thing I do know is I have a driver that has a family that with beautiful children in it, that he cannot bring anything home to them. And I'm going to tell people who these people are. What I'm going to say is the drivers of this country and of this world see everything. Okay, all the way from the ports up there on that hill in Washington, when that Congress or whoever that high and mighty is up in Washington gets in that Lincoln Town Car, and that driver's sitting there and he puts it in drive, and that guy gets on that phone and he just starts running his lip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, drivers see and hear everything. My point being is I'm getting information personally from drivers saying, yes, numbers are going up. I know the Northeast is closing back down, right, Sheila?
Yeah, there's several states. Massachusetts is one of them that's starting there. They're going to be implementing a curfew, and I believe it's from 8 o'clock at night until 5 o'clock in the morning. So unless you have to absolutely positively go out, they're telling you not to. They do not want you out. So they've got curfews on that. There's several other states that are rolling back and implementing. Some are going back to lower levels. They may have been at a level 3 where lots of things were open, and now they're going back to level 1. So yes, there are several states that are rolling back.
Okay, and as far as that goes, here's how I do it, drivers. Okay, here's how it works for me. If I don't see it, the news ain't gonna sell me it. Period. I barely watch the news, technically. Period. I don't. I go by what I know, and I go by drivers, and I reach out to drivers because they are the heartbeat of America. So they, like I said, they see everything. So the stuff that I'm giving you is coming from a driver. Okay, that is not in a driver's lounge.
No.
Okay, at a Flying J or the Pilot. Not saying that those drivers are no good, but I'm saying is, you know what I'm talking about, those lounges. They're full of crap. The countertop, it's not what it used to be. Okay, the only things that are told there is tales from legends of trucking that they steal. That's it. It's something serious.
Right.
Or a driver on an E-log running 6,000 miles a day.
Right. So the point of that is that we actually have a driver who are towing other trucks, other semi-drivers trucks out of there.
Correct.
And so we just don't know if it's, as rampant as it is. However, he's actually experiencing it firsthand and driving it. That he has to completely protect himself so he doesn't.
Well, they're crossing border. They're crossing
Right.
borders, and the
Right.
restrictions are getting more and
Right.
more and more. They're not cutting back.
Right.
They're getting tighter. So that, and when it comes to that driver, I'm going to
Yeah.
take that driver's word for it, because the one thing these drivers know, especially these OTR drivers,
Right.
especially the ones that have roots in this industry, they know how it works. They know there's only a few big players in the food game. You're going to pick up food here. You're going
Right.
to pick up water there. From that, we know this. From Tyson to Nestle, we know the big boys and the big players.
Mhm.
Point being is the drivers are everywhere.
Right.
So thank you, drivers. Thank you for all the information. And do you have anything else, Sheila? Because I know we're at the bottom of the hour.
Right. Well, we're going to go into our national news. So before we do that, let's go over what's going on in the comments while we take a small break.
Okay, we'll take a small break,
Okay,
and then we'll
we'll
go
come
over to
back.
the comments. Okay, and let me find. I think this driver's lost. Real
Good,
quick.
cause I'm dropping nice cars, pretty soon 25 to life, spit behind bars. I rip this lifestyle cause I'm a son of a gun. I'm only 19, but will I live to see 21? A local motherfucker, so you better step back, try to pull a jack.
Just gonna get into it.
Free in the home of the brave, and God we trust. I'm a proud American. I'm a proud American. I'm a proud
Rule number 5, let
American.
us open our eyes. It's left, it's right. There should be no sides. America. Rule number 6, we're divided.
Yeah, and then we'll go to comments, and stuff like that. All right,
right.
guys, we're back, and
Yeah.
we'll get this together. Let's go to. What do we got now?
National news.
I thought we just did national news.
No,
Oh, that was
that-
trucking news.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, you went on that whole trucking news there because of the COVID in there, which was part of the trucking news.
Get it, driver. Get
Yes.
it. All right.
Yeah.
Comments. National news.
If
Which
you
one?
Go into the comments. 'cause
Okay,
we're
let's go
done
to the
with those-
comments. All right,
those
and we
two
just
parts.
talked about this behind scenes too. Good to see you, Shannon Crash. Point system sucks, Kelly. Oh boy. All right, let's go up here a little bit. Let's go. All right, let's start with Dennis Hicks. Trucker news approved. The driver side. Justin Daniels. How many oddball four-wheelers supporting truckers up here with me? Arm pump. Yeah, the four-wheelers are in the house. Chris
Yeah.
Salisbury missing the road. Keith Becker, TA is finally catching up to the competition. They're only 5 years late to the party.
I know.
Well, TA used to stand for something else before it was Travel Across America. My father said it was. Let me
Yeah.
not say it. All right, Mike Garvey says, thank you so much, Kelly Shane Richardson. You need to offer better fuel discount. Dude, I don't even offer a discount, period. All right? Oh, you're talking about
I know.
those guys. Never mind.
I
Kelly
know.
Shane. Point system sucks. Shannon Crash. Good morning. Dennis Hicks. I get 20% off flying hookers. Oh boy! Wow, I've never seen a flying hooker. I'm still waiting for flying pigs. He's getting hookers.
I'm
My
sure there's
God.
an app for that.
Oh, I'm sure there's. Kelly Shane says I get 25 to 45 at the J, the pilot. Oh my God! All right,
Right.
All right, Sheila, let's go ahead. Let's go into the national news. I
Yeah.
got a phone call coming
So
in.
in your national news, guys, obviously we're still in the elections and we're still dealing with that. We don't really know anywhere. Right now, the standings as of 5 o'clock this morning was Biden was at 264, Trump's at 214. They're eyeballing right now because if Biden gets Nevada, then he's going to win the election.
Wait, they're eyeballing?
Well, yeah. I mean, yesterday was eyeballing as far as who was going to do Pennsylvania. Now it's gone down to where if Biden gets Nevada, he only needs six more points as far as electors.
What am I? Wait, weighing sandwich meat? You eyeballing it? I have a little slice over here.
They're watching it. They're watching
You're
it.
eyeballing. Like I said the other day, put DOT on it.
Anyway.
I have the
Yeah.
Department of Transportation send an audit down there.
Anyway.
All right, like it's a driver,
Yeah.
right?
But as far as that, Trump is already asking for recounts in several of the states.
And he
so
should.
it's not going to be over.
And
for a
he
while.
should.
Yeah. Okay. Let me finish this, please. So he's going to be asking for recounts in several states. It's going to be a while before we even find out. As you know, I mean, all the cities are going, guys, we want you to be extra careful right now because
Most of all.
there's arrests that are up upheaval that's going on in a bunch of these major cities.
Civil unrest.
The National Guard was called in last night to Portland last night, and I was like, well, man, if
They
Biden
don't
is-
need the National Guard. Just send me back to Portland.
Well, my thing was, what are they protesting about? If these are the people who are backing Biden and Biden is leading right now, what are they protesting about? Oh, okay, so here it is. So they're protesting. This is what it is. I found out. So they're protesting that that they're warning that there's going to continue to be protesting and riots going on even if Trump loses and he starts contesting and asking and challenging the votes. So basically they're just out there just to continue on to do it. But like I said, Portland was called, the National Guard was called into Portland last night. I know that there's over the cities, the major cities, there's been going on as far as riots that's been going on right now in Minneapolis, New York, Los Angeles, and Phoenix. Okay, so just as we always tell you guys, please be aware of your surroundings going into it. We are in a really, really crazy time right now with these elections and you drivers going into these areas. You just don't even know. So just a little extra. You guys, I know you guys pay attention and are always aware.
Well,
Your
they're
surroundings.
the
Just a
heartbeat of
little,
America, Sheila.
You know, just a little extra head turns every now and then, or if you see a weird situation.
Expect the unexpected, drivers. Okay,
Right.
I know that there's still, people are throwing things
Right.
off overpasses. That's been
Right.
going on, but it's increasing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And if things do get, extremely bad, the first thing when people get desperate and they realize that things aren't, they're not going to have what they want. They
Right.
will. I mean, it's.
And especially
You're the
going
heartbeat
into
of
the
America,
holidays.
guys. Please, and unfortunately, I don't feel like you're being protected like the heartbeat of America should be, in my opinion, in all aspects.
Right.
All right. I'm tired of drivers getting put into situations, but as far as this goes, and as far as that election goes,
Right.
I'm going to say this: as far as it goes, I hauled mail. All right, I did. I hauled mail for Bancroft and Sons, and I did it for 2 years. Okay, I hauled mail, and I had my hands on that mail all the time. Is what I'm saying. I unloaded that truck myself and loaded it and unloaded it. I could do whatever I want when I wanted. Technically, I'm just saying.
Not that you did, but
No,
you
I
could have.
didn't. But my point being is, if any driver can load and unload, okay,
Yeah.
and there's ballots there, come on.
I know.
This is ridiculous.
I know, and that's why
That's
why he's challenging.
and I get it. And but the one thing that I want out of all of this
It's for the drivers to be safe.
is the drivers to be safe and the drivers to love each other, no matter what. No matter what.
Yeah.
Is at the core your brothers and sisters. Remember that. Okay,
Right.
we don't have to like our brother or sister, but we have to love them. Okay, please. One thing we got to start pushing is getting along.
And I
Period.
think we're doing so.
The-
I
okay.
think our platform people on here have been really
Whether
great.
it's
I mean,
this, whether it's
seriously,
this,
right.
well,
It's
here's
getting
what
better.
my point being: whether it's here or somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. What I want to say is, we have a problem in this industry, and it's division. We need to work on that problem, and that's uniting. We already know the problem, and we know the solution. Okay. We're always big on, we know the problem, well, what's the solution? It's simple. Get along. Just saying. What else do we have, Sheila?
Weather.
Wet. Oh God! all right. Go to your weather, and now
weather is actually-
you're trucking weather. Here you go.
And now,
Right? I gotta go to
Yes.
the bathroom.
go.
All right.
Stop you shouting over me.
Sorry.
All right, you guys. So weather is actually really great. I mean, the maps in here it's beautiful. Most of the area is pretty clear and sunny skies or partly sunny skies, and temperatures in the high 60s to the 70s. We got some areas that down in the south and southwest there in the plains where we're looking in the high 80s, some 90s in there. But we still do have some high wind warnings with gusts that are going to be reaching up to 50 to 70 miles an hour in Cut Bank, Conrad, Great Falls, Helena, Harleton, and Lewistown, Montana, as well as in the central areas of North Dakota. Okay, so, and then other than that, we have, like I said, we've got really warm autumn weather that's going to continue, which is above normal temperatures for this time of the year. Other than Seattle is going to be getting some rain today, and then it'll start changing. The weather's going to start changing by this weekend. Chances of rain increasing across southern Florida as Eta reemerges into the northwestern Caribbean Sea. Eta could threaten South Florida this weekend. So that is a hurricane that has been developing and kind of moving along. Right now they're talking that it could do some damage and be hitting somewhere down in Miami, southern Florida. So we're going to keep an eye on that and keep you updated. I'll try to find out more information on what's going on with that for tomorrow. And that is pretty much, other than that, you guys enjoy the beautiful weather.
Well, and that's your national news, your weather, and keep on trumping. Just saying, bro.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yes.
Get it. All right, we're on quarter till. What do we got? We still have Throwback Thursday.
We do have.
We have your favorite part of the show, right? I mean, okay. And real quick before we go into Throwback Thursday, because we do have a couple minutes before we get to Throwback Thursday, go ahead and drop your weather, drop your location, so we can give you a shout out and figure out where you're at, and blah blah blah. You know, we got to pay attention to you guys too.
Yeah.
See, I'm back to feeling better.
I see John Hall says
well, I'm back to feeling better. I'm neglecting him and playing with him.
All next week will be in the 80s.
Okay,
and so, yeah. I'm trying to read the comments. And
Go ahead and get it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going down today, guys. I'm not joking. Yes. I feel it.
Yeah.
Today's when my face, not like that kind of going down.
Why not?
Oh, yeah. You'll be lucky if it's going down in that kind of sense.
Or going in. I got it. All right, we're going to go over. Drop your weather, drop your locations. I don't know. Phil Trisha says, nice job on the weather, Sheila.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever, Phil. Leave it alone. Ellie, we love you, Daryl Martin says. Kelly Shane Richardson, 55 in Kansas.
Right.
All right, Waterloo, Iowa, sunny and 50.
Nice. Yeah,
Illinois,
not bad.
61.
Yeah.
60 in Iowa, 55 in Iowa. Okay, or no. 55 in Iowa, at Iowa 80. Okay, here we go. All right, Drea, 60 already in Virginia.
Yeah.
Wow, Pennsylvania, 65.
And so
66 in Dunkirk, New York. Sunny and Lake Erie is calm.
Yeah.
Well, look at this.
Yeah.
Man, we got nice weather here too.
Yeah, we're supposed to have
It's
some,
it's a little cloudy, but it's nice out.
For us here in Oregon, we're supposed to get the rain, which is going to be starting tomorrow into the weekend. So,
Right. And the I-5's looking good right here out here in Salem, Oregon.
Yeah, it's actually pretty clear. I mean, the next day and a half is supposed to be some beautiful weather. So
Mike Garvey
says
says Connecticut, clear 55. My man Moses right there. I like this guy. I love his name, and I love he's got that profile. He's got the tough guy profile.
He does.
Just saying. Get it, Moses. He says here in Syracuse, New York, 70 degrees.
Nice.
All right. High day. I don't know what you're saying there. Ellie says 51 in Oregon. Yes, it is. All right. Where's this? 60. Oh, Kevin Slater. Here's my Wisconsin people. 64 in Benson, North Carolina. Mike McPherson. Nice to see you there, pal.
Morning, Mike.
We were just talking about you yesterday.
Yeah.
Mr. Pally Pal.
58
in sunny in Badgertown. Or Badger, whatever. Good old Rochester. Really? Now you guys stop it.
So it's
65 in Holiday, Texas.
It's going to be a good, clear, sunny day and kind of nice that we're such bad parents. Gemma turned 2 the other day and we we have yet to do it. Look at her. We have yet to do anything for her. So we're going to take her for a little walk. There's the little coffee place down there and go get her a little puppuccino for her birthday. She turned 2 today. So
happy birthday, Gemma.
Yeah, that's our little poopage too. So
well, what are you doing? Why am I up? I've been sitting up the whole time. All right, wait, real quick. 45, Justin Williams, 45 in Utah. All right, Grand Rapids, we got 57. Mark Hicks, we got 61 in Atlanta. All right, and then we're going to end it with this is sunny and 62 in Pennsylvania. I can't even see that one. All right, what do we got? Sheila, where are we at? We're done with weather. Stop it. You're taking over my show. This dog.
We are, and it's time for Throwback Thursday. And let's do our
we got a Throwback Thursday. All right, here we go.
Okay, I wasn't going to do this, but here I am. My dad needs a little recognition for his blood, sweat, and tears on his 352 Peterbilt cabover. About 8 years ago, my dad purchased this truck from a man out in California. My dad's love for trucking began when he was 17 years old, skipping class and taking his first load to Chicago for his drunk boss. My dad gave this truck his special touch by painting it and doing the upholstery himself. Here's his first time hearing it.
Yeah, kidding. And that was sweet of his daughter.
And throwback, because our guest on there, his family, his dad has a beautiful throwback.
Well, Rick Hale was going to be a guest today, and he was going to be part of the Throwback Thursday. And the reason why I was hoping he was going to be here because he has this.
Yeah.
That is his.
Yeah.
All right. He sent
Look
me
how
that
beautiful
yesterday.
that is.
My God, look how pretty it is. And look what's on there that you're talking about today, Sheila. What's on that truck that you're talking about today?
The Bulldog.
The Bulldog. You want to talk about that Bulldog?
Yeah.
Oh, Mackie McGee. You talking about Mackie McGee today?
Yeah.
A little Mackie McGee?
A
little bit of all of them?
Can I?
Oh, yeah. Right. I get it. And now to your Throwback Thursday trucking history.
All right, you guys. Today in Throwback Thursday, we have the history of the hood ornaments. Okay, so first of all, we're going to take time. We do this because this is where I'm getting my articles and my pictures from.
And
so we want to make sure
how we're
that
learning.
Yeah.
It's how we're educating ourselves so we can educate them because this is for educational purposes only.
Yeah. So thanks to American Trucker and Trucks.com and Wikipedia for the articles used in this educational segment, as well as to Wikipedia and Iowa80.com for the pictures used. No monetary gain is involved by using these articles or pictures. Okay, they're just strictly for educational purposes.
Okay, do we have pictures? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, run it.
And you'll see where it starts going, okay, when I get there. Prior to hood ornaments being used to decorate and or make a statement, they had a very practical purpose. At the beginning of the automotive age, radiator caps sat on the hood outside of the vehicle and on top of its grill, serving as an unofficial temperature gauge for engine coolant fluid. Back in 1912, the Boyce Motor Meter Company actually patented a radiator cap that incorporated a thermometer that was visible to the driver with a sensor that measured the heat of the water vapor rather than the water itself. Yeah. And that is the first one there, where it became more than just the normal cap. The exposed radiator cap became a focal point for car personalization. It was transformed into an art form and became a way of individualizing the vehicle, representing a company's vision or speaking volumes about the owner. Heavy truck owners especially tap a variety of hood ornaments from swans and ducks, often a nod to the character Martin Rubber Duck Penwald in the 1978 movie Convoy, or all the different styles of the ever recognizable Mac the Bulldog.
There he is. There's that dog.
Yeah. Mac the Bulldog was featured in 1921, but it came to be was during World War I. The Mac AC truck was favored by the troops. It was strong and tenacious, much like the Bulldog, and the shape of the hood resembled the animal too. British soldiers made the connection between dog and truck and started referring to the AC model as the Bulldog Mac, and the name stuck.
Get it.
In 1921, Mac the Bulldog was featured on a Mack truck, but originally as an emblem on the side. And then in 1932 became the infamous hood ornament that we all know today. So from company branding to an individual's personal choice and creation, what once started off as a purpose has now developed into decorative art.
There's Rick's dad's truck. That is his father's truck too, by the way.
Yes.
And it does have the side Bulldog, and it has the hood ornament and stuff like that. And there you go. We're talking about Convoy and the Swans, and they've come a long way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A hood ornament is a badge.
It is.
It's almost like a badge, and it's cool. I want to start hearing more stories from drivers and people. Hopefully we'll go over to the comments and we'll hear something over there.
Yeah.
But I know Brandon Carpenter said, not Brandon Carpenter.
Stop it. Move on.
Brandon McDaniels.
Oh, yeah.
From Scott Heavy Haul. You know, he was telling me about the Swan, about it was a sign of class. It was an owner operator. It wasn't a company. I want to say, if I'm right there, that person owned that truck, and it was a sign of class and pride and ownership.
Well,
it was a way that they expressed themselves through hood ornaments.
Right.
And I believe that's still to this day.
And they did even on regular passenger vehicles as
Right.
well. I mean, back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, it was a huge deal to have the hood ornaments on there, and especially a brand. I mean, you think of Mercedes had the star on there, and that was known. That was how they got their brand out there. And there was like competitions on it. And obviously, as far as everyone knows, the Bulldog, it is associated with
Right.
Mac. You just know it. Whether, I mean, you don't even have to be a driver to basically know that.
Well, what this does is it's like facial recognition.
Right.
You don't have to be introduced. Okay,
Right.
This is a logo. This is a brand. But this logo, this hood ornament, is technically the logo.
Right.
Okay, and it's just like, you know, with any other company that has a logo, they push their logo at the forefront, and it becomes their it's how you recognize
Yeah.
them. And the Bulldog is one of the most iconic.
Yeah.
And one of the most recognizable.
Yeah.
It's just like the jump man for Michael Jordan, the dunk
Right.
guy. That's you know that's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Their
brand.
The NBA's logo, you know, is Jerry West. You know, there are significant to that. It represents, like I said, it's the recognition.
Yeah.
It becomes powerful.
Yeah.
You know, that Bulldog has become very powerful.
Right.
and
all
is-
the way back from World War I, basically,
Right.
is how that started.
And then you got good old Rubber Duck
Yeah.
from Convoy. I mean,
Convoy.
come on. I mean, how iconic does that get? And how many of you guys are going to see this duck today
Right.
alone out on that road? All right, so I guess let's head over to the comments. Let's see what they're talking about. What do you guys?
What I
think,
liked
Sheila?
about the story, though, was that because it originally started as, you know, because it was basically a radiator cap was what it was.
Right.
And someone was looking at it and went, huh, yeah, I think I can do something for that.
I can work with that. Got
Yeah.
creative, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Let's go ahead and put it out. And you know what? I think I'll put a thermometer in it. And then someone says, yeah, that thermometer is not working for me. But you know what would be really cool? Let's put this on it.
Right.
And then it became decorative. So, and I think that that's really cool. I love when we find out about history of how it started, because when I first originally read on it, I forgot that back during the times when cars first came out, that was on the outside. The radiator was above and it was on the outside. And now they just, you know, even though it's inside, people have continued on and have gotten really creative and have customized. And some of the hood ornaments now that are on there are beautiful. I mean, they get creative. You can have them custom made and put on to match your brand or your business or whatever that you like on there that you can put on there.
Right. So, all right, let's go over to the comments. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go up to Rick Kale, and I want to say thank you to Rick Kale for sending this picture in of his dad's truck. He has it, and I got to go north, Sheila. I got to go north because there's a lot of history north.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that. It's an honor to talk to these men and women and to get to know these people. I saw your comment. And I'm going to go over to your comment, Daryl Martin, because of what he said over there, because obviously Daryl's got some history too going on here. All right. So what I feel like is most important here in this process of this new world is that we preserve the heritage and the history and the men and women that have done it before us and that are doing it today, that will be put on a shelf later down the line in a correct manner. I think that we have the technology and the ability to do that today. I'm hoping the driver's side takes part in that, is because that I talked to Daryl about this yesterday, is that his grandkids can come back and say, that's my grandfather.
Yeah.
He told me the other day that his son was on the show, and his son called him and said, Dad, I know tonight's your show. Where are you going to be? Where can I find it? And he told me that. And I said, Daryl, you know what that is? And he says, he was telling me, and I said, that's your son getting to know his dad.
Yeah.
But he was getting to know it on his son's level. So Daryl basically took the old school, put a new school twist on it.
Yeah.
And that's what I want this to become. But it's going back to these hood ornaments. You know, I kind of went off track there, but going back to the hood ornaments, I'm going to go over to the comments, but I wanted to thank Rick and make sure that we got that out there, because that's his dad's truck.
Yeah.
And thank you, Rick.
It's
Thank you
beautiful.
for
all my favorite colors.
Right. Thank you for letting us be part of that. Okay. And you allowing us to show your father's truck. All right. Shannon Crass said, we had a donkey.
Yeah.
All right. Gary says, wasn't the Bulldog carved from wood? I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Mac Bulldog, so one asshole can look at the other laughing. I don't know what you guys are going at. I'm getting the duck.
Yeah.
Phil Tristan says, what?
Yeah.
What happened to the Husky on the breakaway? I don't know, Bob. I don't know what happened to the Husky on the breakaway. Old school, cool. All right, love that truck. Check it out, Kelly Shane. All right, Kevin Slater. It used to be when you seen a swan or hood ornament on a truck meant it was paid for. But these days, everyone just puts them on. You know,
Nice.
That's a great comment.
I didn't read anything on there that said as far as that, and you're
And it
probably correct
kinda
on that,
sucks.
right?
It kind of sucks because now it's like a gimmick opposed to a significant meaning. Now anybody can buy one, just like anybody can go have a, Peterbilt's building custom Pete's now. So it's like they're trying to, it's like the cookie cutter of custom.
Right.
It's hard for me to accept. Just saying, I'm more of the old school guy.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that like what Kevin said, the meaning that it had behind it. So it set a standard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the trucking industry needs a standard. And that's what I miss. I think Kevin Slater, I think nailed it with that one. Because Brandon was the one that said that to me. It represented an ownership.
Right.
He made it. That swan represented, I earned it. I did it.
Right.
Because I'm not sitting in a company truck. I'm sitting in my truck.
And why I always associate the swan with like Peterbilt. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why I associate that with.
Don't know either.
I guess maybe I've seen, every time I see a swan, it's always on a Peterbilt. Maybe that's what I assumed. See? That's what I get for assuming.
Can I show you my swan?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Can I show you my hood ornament?
Get it. No.
All right.
No.
Daryl Martin says, I heard that the Mack brothers went to the Yukon in search of gold. The Bulldog came from their constant companion, I believe. Maybe. I don't know. Daryl, we'll have to get into that. All right, Daryl. All right, Daryl Martin. First truck I pulled a trailer with. 1976 R700 Mack, powered by 350 V8. I want to say that the Mack, was the American truck. It's got a lot of deep rooted history and American heritage.
Yeah.
I know there's a guy out there called the Boston Trucker that it's that time of year. The plows are coming out on the East Coast and the Macks are being pulled out. The most dependable truck is being pulled out, and that's the Mack. So I remember, I'm a spoiled driver. My driver's side's a little different. Okay, I was out on the West Coast. I'm from Jersey, but I was out on the West Coast with Daddy. Okay, so my history is a little different, and I need to get to know the roots of trucking a little bit better. And it's going to be fun because we're going to do that here. We're going to have episodes where there's a lot coming, Sheila.
Yeah. Well, and as far as all the comments on there, as far as the research that I was reading on it, it was talking about that the U.S. when our troops were fighting in World War I, is that they sent over a bunch of the AC Mack trucks over into Europe, and so that the American Mack truck was used during that time, and they just thought it was the best truck ever, and that according to what they're saying as far as history, that they used it and they thought it was because it was like a bulldog, the English bulldog, tough and this and so on and so forth, and that they named it that way. It could have been from the Mack brothers too. Like I said, this is what's being reported on it. Maybe the Mack brothers had a bulldog as well too from all that. I don't know. It didn't say anything on there as far as the Mack brothers, but it did say that originally, before it became a hood ornament, that it was actually an emblem, that it was a drawing and an emblem of a bulldog ripping up a newspaper, and it was supposed to be, and the heading on it was tearing apart the hauling, meaning that they were ripping apart. They had the best hauling rates and freights and that were going on, and then that was an emblem that was on the side of the vehicle before it became a hood ornament, and then it eventually became the hood ornament and the bulldog that it is now.
I think it's time for us to get a panel, or not a panel, but a roundtable on heritage and on history of trucking.
Sure.
I think it needs to come from drivers, and
right.
I'm actually down from the Powerland Museum.
Oh yeah.
So I think maybe I'll reach out to my brother today, and I'll get back over there. It's time to go back to the museum.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. I got the history right down a couple exits. Exit 263 out in Portland, Oregon, the Powerland Museum.
Yeah. And what a great place that is,
Right.
too.
They got the first A model.
So we are at the top of
We are
the
at the top.
hour. So tomorrow is Free Flow Feel Good Friday. So that's where we end the week on a positive note. And then, of course, Saturday is the panel show with you drivers who are on. So you guys, please, the link is ready to go. It is all set up. So for those of you who would like to be on the panel this week for Saturday night at 5 o'clock p.m.
Pacific Standard Time, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Guys, we have Saturday's show. But before we close today's show out, I want to stop, pull the brakes for you heavy haulers, you tow truck drivers. Okay? These men and women die every day for people not just moving over. Please, drivers, if you see that them lights up ahead, or you see that wrecker coming, give that wrecker the respect and the space that they need to do their job. The senseless deaths that happen on a daily do not need to happen, because you just need to move over, guys, and let alone it is the law. All right? So please, guys, that's Rick Kale's truck. All right? And Rick, thank you. Thank you for being the man you are today, because it makes me be better as a man, because I want to continue to have people like you in my life and drivers of your stature and quality in my life, because there's no way I'm going to be successful without any of you, from Daryl Martin, all of you. There's so many names I can't anymore. John Freese, all of you. There's so many comments that it's hard to keep up with now. And that's the whole goal, is for us to meet as many drivers as we can. And like right here, it says, Rick Kale says, Mike Gaffin, the Boston trucker. He's over on TikTok. He's also been around the internet for a long time. Good dude. And he's out there educating drivers on the history of trucking and just old school gift of giving it away. That's what old school is. It's where these drivers, they're old school and they give it away. That's what old school is about, giving it away. What I want to say is, you guys, thank you from the bottom and the purest part of my heart. At the end of the day, you guys are the heartbeat of America, and you should be treated like the heartbeat of America. Remember, guys, always keep that shiny side up, rubber side down. And if you want to make money in today's trucking industry, you got to do what, Sheila?
You got to keep that left door closed.
And guys, remember, tomorrow's Friday. That's her last day, and then Saturday, and we're closing out the week. You guys, please have a safe day. Here's your feel good pity.
Bye, guys.
Way. I do want to. No, we'll even let you walk without a leash.
Let's do it.
No. I know. You know, I don't even have to pee. I have a special talent. I can hold it forever and never.